Hello, and welcome back to Daily English Whisper. My name is Max, and I'm very happy you are here with me today. Take a slow breath, relax, and get ready to listen and speak in English. Today's episode is called English Story: The Unexpected Visitor, Slow Listening, and Shadowing. In this episode, you will listen to a simple story, and you will practice your English step by step. You will not only listen, you will also repeat, feel the rhythm, and slowly build confidence. Maybe you feel this. You try to study English, but it feels boring. Too many rules, too many words, too much pressure. Or maybe you listen to fast English and you feel lost. You hear sounds, but you don't understand. And then you stop. But here is something important. You don't need difficult lessons to improve. You don't need stress. You need something different. You need English that feels natural. English that tells a story. Because stories help your brain remember. Stories create images, emotions, connections, and when you feel something, you remember better. Some people think stories are only for children, but that is not true. Stories are one of the best ways to learn a language. Today, we will use a story to build your listening, your speaking, and your confidence. Slowly, calmly, step by step. And here is the powerful idea for today. When you listen, imagine, and repeat, you learn faster. You don't just hear English, you experience English. Now, are you ready to begin the story? Good. Let's continue. Before we start the story, let me ask you something. How can you use a story to improve your English? The answer is simple. You don't just listen, you listen and you repeat. This is called shadowing. You follow the voice, like a shadow. You don't wait too long. You don't stop too much. You stay close to the sound. This helps your brain connect sound and meaning. It also helps your pronunciation and your confidence. Now, I will guide you. First, you listen. Then, you repeat. Slowly, clearly. No pressure. Let's try a small practice before the story. Listen. I hear a sound at the door. Now, repeat. I hear a sound at the door. Good. Again. Slower. I hear a sound at the door. Your turn. Very nice. Let's try another one. I don't know who is outside. Repeat. I don't know who is outside. Again. Slowly. I don't know who is outside. Good. Now, remember this. You don't need to understand every word perfectly. That is okay. You are training your ear. You are training your voice. You are building something little by little. So relax. Stay with the sound. Follow the rhythm. Now, let's begin the story. Imagine this. It is late evening. The air is quiet. The sky is dark, but not completely black. There is a soft blue color, fading slowly. You are inside a small apartment. The room is simple. A table, a chair, a small lamp with warm light. Everything feels calm. You sit near the window. In your hands, there is a cup of something warm. Maybe tea, maybe coffee. Outside, the street is almost empty. You can see a single streetlight and a long shadow on the ground. Now, listen carefully. There is a person in this room. His name is Daniel. Daniel lives alone. He likes quiet places. He likes slow evenings. And tonight, he feels very calm. He looks at his cup and takes a slow drink. Everything is normal. Everything is peaceful. But then, something changes. He hears a sound, a very soft sound, from the door. Not loud, just a small, quiet knock. Daniel stops. He does not move. He listens again. Silence. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe just the wind. He looks at the door, but he does not stand up. Then, again. Knock, knock. This time, a little clearer. Daniel feels something strange. Not fear, but curiosity. Who can it be? He is not expecting anyone. He does not have plans. And nobody usually visits him at this time. Now, let's pause for a moment. Listen. Someone is at the door. Repeat. Someone is at the door. Again. Slowly. Someone is at the door. Good. Now, back to the story. Daniel stands up slowly. Step by step, he walks to the door. His hand moves, but stops before touching the handle. He waits. He listens. There is no sound now, only silence. A deep, quiet silence. And in that moment, Daniel feels something new. A question in his mind. Should he open the door, or should he wait? What would you do? Think about it for a second. Now, let's continue. Daniel is still standing in front of the door. His hand is close to the handle, but he is not moving. The room behind him is quiet. The soft light from the lamp makes a long shadow on the floor. He takes a slow breath. Maybe it is nothing. Maybe someone is lost. Or maybe someone needs help. Daniel speaks very softly, almost in a whisper. Hello? No answer. Only silence. He waits. Then, slowly, he opens the door. Just a little. Not fully. Only enough to see outside. The hallway is dim. The light is weak. And at first, he sees nothing. No person. No movement. Just an empty space. Daniel feels confused. He opens the door a little more. And then he sees something. A small object on the floor, right in front of his door. It is a box. A simple, small box. No color, no label, no name, just a box. Daniel looks around again. Left, right, no one is there. Now, listen. There is a small box on the floor. Repeat. There is a small box on the floor. Again, slowly. There is a small box on the floor. Good. Daniel bends down slowly. He looks at the box. It is very quiet. Too quiet. He feels something inside. Not fear. Not exactly. But something unusual. He picks up the box. It is light. Very light. He brings it inside and closes the door. Now the box is on the table, and Daniel is looking at it. He does not open it. Not yet. He just watches and thinks, why is this here? Who left it? And why now? Even a small moment like this can change everything. You don't need to understand every word. Just imagine the scene. Feel the moment. You are inside the story. And your English is growing step by step. Let's continue. Daniel sits down slowly. The box is still in front of him. The room feels different now. The same space, but not the same feeling. Something has changed. He looks at the box again. Very simple, very quiet, but full of questions. He touches it gently. Then he moves his hand away. He is not ready. Not yet. He stands up and walks to the window. He looks outside. The street is still empty. The same light, the same silence. Nothing new, but inside something is moving. Daniel returns to the table. This time, he sits closer. He takes a deep breath and says very quietly, "Okay, now, listen. I don't know what this is, but I want to see." Repeat, "I don't know what this is, but I want to see." Again, slowly, "I don't know what this is, but I want to see." Good. Daniel places his hands on the box. His fingers move slowly to the top. He opens it carefully. No sudden movement, no noise, just a slow, quiet opening. Inside, there is something. A small object, wrapped in paper, white paper, very clean, very simple. Daniel looks closer. He takes the object and slowly removes the paper. And then he stops. For a moment, he does not move. He just looks. Because what he sees is unexpected, very unexpected. He holds it in his hand, and his expression changes. Not fear, not surprise. Something deeper, something personal. Now, stay with the story. You don't need to know everything. Just follow. Your mind is building the meaning. And that is how you learn. Let's continue. Daniel is still looking at the object. His hand is steady, but his thoughts are not. The room feels even more quiet now, almost like the air is listening. The object is small, very small, but important. It is a key, an old key, not new, not shiny. It looks used, like it has a story. Daniel turns the key in his hand. Slowly, he looks closer. There is something on it. A number, very small, but clear. He reads it. 317. Daniel whispers. 317. Now, listen. This key has a number on it. Repeat. This key has a number on it. Again, slowly. This key has a number on it. Good. Daniel looks at the key again. Why this number? Why this key? He thinks. He tries to remember. And then something comes to his mind. A place. Not here. Not this apartment. Another place. From the past. He stands up quickly now. Not afraid, but focused. He walks to a small drawer, opens it, and takes out a piece of paper, old paper. He looks at it carefully. And then he looks at the key again. The same number, 317. Now his heart is a little faster. Not fear, something else. A connection, a memory. Something that was quiet is now waking up. Now, let me ask you something. What do you think this key opens? Think about it for a moment. And if you want, you can write your idea in the comments. I would love to read it. And stay with me until the end. Because this story is just beginning. Now, let's continue together. Daniel holds the key and the paper in his hands. He looks from one to the other. The number is the same, 317. His mind goes back to a memory, a place he has not visited for a long time, a building, old, quiet, almost forgotten. He whispers, "It can't be," but something inside him says, "Yes, it is." He takes his jacket slowly. The night is still calm. The street is empty. But now, Daniel is not calm. He is focused. He leaves the apartment and closes the door behind him. The hallway feels longer now. The air is cooler. Step by step, he walks outside. The night welcomes him with silence. He begins to walk, not fast, but not slow, just steady. Now, listen, I follow the feeling even if I don't understand. Repeat, I follow the feeling even if I don't understand. Again, slowly. I follow the feeling even if I don't understand? Good. Daniel continues walking. He knows where he is going, even if it feels strange, even if it feels unexpected. After some time, he arrives. The building is there, just like he remembers. Tall, quiet, with old windows. Some lights are on, but most are off. He stands in front of the entrance and looks up, a deep breath. Then he walks inside. The floor makes a soft sound. With each step, the air smells old, like time has stayed here. He looks at the numbers on the wall, 310, 312, 315, and then 317. He stops. The door is in front of him, closed, silent, waiting. Daniel looks at the key in his hand. This is it. Daniel stands in front of door 317. The key feels heavy now, not because of its weight, but because of its meaning. He moves his hand slowly. The key goes into the lock. It fits perfectly. No problem. No resistance. He stops for a second. His heart is beating faster, not from fear, but from something deeper, a mix of memory and curiosity. He turns the key. Click. The sound is clear in the quiet hallway. Now, listen. I open the door and I don't know what I will find. Repeat. I open the door and I don't know what I will find. Again. Slowly. I open the door and I don't know what I will find. Good. Daniel opens the door. Slowly. Very slowly. The room inside is dark, but not completely. There is a small light coming from a window. The air feels still, like nothing has moved for a long time. He steps inside. One step, then another. The floor makes a soft sound. He looks around. Simple furniture, a chair, a table, a shelf, and something else. On the table, there is a small object. Daniel walks closer, slowly, carefully, and then he sees it clearly. A photo, old but clean. He picks it up and looks at it. His eyes stop. He does not move, because in the photo there is a younger version of him standing next to someone he knows, someone he has not seen for many years. Now, let's stay here for a moment. Feel the silence. Feel the memory. You don't need to understand everything. Just imagine. You are inside the story, and your English is growing naturally. Let's finish together. Daniel is still holding the photo. His eyes are soft now, not confused, not surprised, just present. He looks at the person next to him in the photo, and slowly, a memory returns. A voice, a moment, a feeling. This place, this room, this key, it was not random. It was not an accident. It was a message from the past, a reminder. Daniel sits down. The chair makes a small sound. The room is still quiet, but now it feels different, warmer, full of meaning. He smiles, just a little, and whispers, "I remember." Now, listen. I remember who I was, and I understand who I am. Repeat. I remember who I was, and I understand who I am. Again, slowly. I remember who I was, and I understand who I am. Very good. Sometimes an unexpected moment can open a door. Not just a real door, but a door inside you. Today, you listened to a story. You imagined, you repeated, you felt, and this is how language becomes real. Not just words, but experiences. Now, here is a simple idea for you. A small sentence to remember. Stories help me feel English, not just learn it. Let's say it together. Stories help me feel English, not just learn it. Again, slowly. Stories help me feel English, not just learn it. Good. You can use stories in your daily life. Listen to a short story. Repeat one sentence. Imagine the scene. Feel the moment. Even 5 minutes can make a difference. This is how English becomes part of you, not something far away, but something close, something personal. If you enjoyed this episode, you can subscribe to Daily English Whisper and continue learning with me. I am Max, and I want to tell you something. I am proud of you. You are here. You are listening. You are trying, and that matters. Keep going, slowly, step by step. Your English is growing, and I will be here with you. See you in the next story. Take care, and goodbye.